how can you feel free if you know that on that very same planet people are dying because they have not enough food? Or people are still going through the same thing that you went through before you claimed your supposed freedom. I know because I have communicated with those light workers that would find ways of improving their circumstances. They were working in a factory, for instance, a job that they hated, and they broke away from that, and they start traveling the world, and they think that they have made it because now they are free. How can you be free if the totality is not free? How can you be free if you know that there still are people going to that workspace every single day, doing that work of slavery that you have done before? How can you be free if you are in consciousness Atlantean and you want to ascend, knowing that there are still people trapped in the mind, people that you have enslaved even? We would implore you, Atlantean, because all of you have almost been there, to do it differently this time. To look at the totality of things. For you see, that's the difference between that independence and that sovereignty. When you are sovereign, sovereign service is the point of view where your freedom includes the freedom of all. That is when the work is done. That is when the job is done. Because at that point, your entire planet is no longer in a mode of suffering. And there is peace and harmony and balance. And these things are within your grasp. It is that which you should also bring forward when you claim your sovereignty in the judicial system. Again, even though now I cannot be there physically due to circumstance, use that wisdom, use that insight, and know that I shall speak again before that time comes. Not to tell you what to do, obviously, but simply to show you what worked for us. Why do you think the Pleiadians are known as a race of healers? We do not heal by using products or pills or medication or even magnetics or energy work. We heal through totality. And that totality is a neutrality, as you have been provided with that knowledge by Ekara and others in the last few days. And then there is one last thing that I would like to say before we go on with other things. Please do not look at these 5 days, or in some cases 8 days, as a seminar. Please don't look at it as a thing that you began and that you finished. This, my fellow creator, is what 2,000 years ago, and I'm trying to ask you now not to freak out, was called the path of the apostle. For this is what it is. It is a path. That which today is called an ambassador of free energy used to have a different name in the past. And if you were to look at the Aramaic meaning of that word, apostle, it would be sovereign servant. It would be free of illusion, it would be existing within a totality of consciousness. It would vibrate similarly to I am. So you are the ambassador. Never forget that. So don't see this path as a cycle that you have now completed. It is something that if you choose to step onto it, it will continue to go on. And it is not about somebody external to you. It is about you. What is living within you. That is where the truth is. That is that totality that I know all of you are longing for. I ask you to stop longing for it. I ask you to recognize the fact that you have found it. And that all you need to do is to keep on walking. Just like all those masters did and do. That you have read about and heard from. Keep on walking. I wish that I could now show you the full scale of grandness that is my body, that is my energy. Because in doing so, maybe, just maybe, you would recognize your own. There is no difference between me and us and you. As is always said, the only difference that you might create from the mind is that you need to learn from us. All you need to do is be reminded by us. The memory of your own magnificence is right there in your body. The memory of your own totality, liberty, infinity, divinity is right there in your body. And we are grateful that you have stepped on the path of this 9993111 portal. You think they would have come up with a better name. We are grateful because come out of the other side of that tunnel, end of January, you will see the results. And we can speak more clear than we ever have before. I look forward to meeting all of you in person. I look forward to this process of self-birth happening. I look forward to arriving, once again, diving deep within these lakes of illusion, and to see with supposedly my own eyes the reality that you are in. This is not something that I am doing just because I have to. It is something I do because I want to. Do you know how beautiful it is when a planet turns into a star again? That is what is happening to your Earth. That is what is happening. And a star allows itself not to exist but within one paradigm. It needs to be total.